I've got the fan on in the window, so I hope it's not too big of an issue. I'm going to listen to it and see if it would bother me, and then we'll go from there. Yes, I just got out of the shower. I took a cold shower. I just have a little rant, and I'm not quite sure what happened to me. Well, it's a rant. But it's also a little bit of a concern. I'm keeping it real here. I mean, if any of you have watched any of my previous, like about 2-3 years ago videos, when I was doing a vlog called "It's All About Me, Damn It," and the main reason that I did that vlog, was to kind of work through me losing my job, being my body forcing me to take long-term disability, getting gypped from one agency to another, trying to then reinvent myself. I consider myself extremely lucky because the light in here is terrible. I do consider myself lucky because I had a job I loved. I didn't like what the place had become. I disliked quite a few of the people that they hired, and management was, well, but I loved what I did. And it almost, it's still, sorry, still making me get emotional 4 or 5 years later. Anyway, so something happened today, and I was looking on YouTube after I had been in and out of the garden, and I sometimes watch some crazy videos, and I should probably be careful with some of the stuff that I watch. But this repo came on. Like, I guess repossession companies will film themselves repoing something, and I guess there's quite a following for that. Now, I've never had anything repoed. I can totally sympathize with the person who's getting their car repoed, but I can also see from an entertainment perspective, knowing what a violent society we've turned into. People getting so fed up with the system and being poor, or not making ends meet, or for a variety of reasons, being done wrong. There's just so many that I can understand folks getting really angry and violent. I can understand the repo folks making some money, but then they're also doing a job. But I don't know if that's something I would ever a job I would ever get into. Anyway, I ended up watching this video. I don't know why. I think it's because the title drew me in, which I shouldn't have been baited. I was baited because it said man threatens to shoot repo man or whatever. And I know we can't even use that word. We can't even use the GUN word. We can't. There's a lot of things we have to be careful with YouTube. I can understand that. And I don't know why, but they had already had this Jeep on up and hooked, and were about ready to take off when the individual came out. Long story short, I mean, there was not a calm bone in this man's body. He right away shoved his girlfriend or a sister-in-law or somebody up into, it was already up, and shoved them up into the front seat. And I mean, that poor woman stood there for hours. I don't know how many hours. But this man did. He threatened to end this man's life. Well, both of them. I think a husband and wife couple that does it. And then his whole family comes out, because I guess he was visiting family, and this thing's on a GPS tracker, so they tracked it to it was in a different state. The guys called, the repo, and I don't know. I don't know how it all works. All I know is a very nice, nice, nothing I could buy. And I could imagine being very upset about having it taken, and especially being on vacation. But the amount of hostility, there was no reason. There was no reasoning. It's like, and I see this all the time with a variety of different videos that I watch, and I really need, like I said, need to be careful with. I need to back away from watching any of those, because I have become so sensitive to the violence that occurs, and let there be light, right? Well, something's going on with my fan. I think that's an intervention. Someone telling me I need to be careful what I say. I am just so sad right now. With how far I feel like our society in this country, maybe it's always been this way. It's just now not so subtle, and maybe I'm being naive. But, there are things on TV and in the movies that would have never been allowed when I was a child. There are words that are said at the drop of a hat to anybody, no matter who you are. Pastor, the Pope, the President, let alone a police officer or a service member or whomever. I'm just sad. It affected me so severely that I first got really angry, and I noticed that anger, and I journaled a little bit about it, and then I thought, okay, I need to do something physical. I need to get this out of my body. So I put my phone on the charger. I didn't film or anything. I just went outside. It had rained, but not that much, but it was perfect for weeding. I went to the part of the garden that I've never been in a long time. I cut some limbs down off of an apple tree. I pulled a lot of this nasty vine that I can't stand and that I hate. And then I also just started talking to Brandon out of the blue, because he did so much really good work over there, putting wood chips down. It was just really well mulched, so this vine was so easy to pull, even though I know it's clear down, 200 yards. I can at least pull it really easy and move some of the mulch around, and he had built stairs to my second tier that I didn't even know that he had, and I started talking to him and thanking him and telling him how much I missed him. And I started thinking, wow, I'm doing all this by myself. And I really wish you were here to see how strong I've gotten, and that I could have done it with you. Or, I don't know, would I be lazy sitting on my butt doing nothing and letting him do all of it? No, I don't think so. We probably would have several different disagreements with what we were planting and where. And, Misty, do you really think this island idea makes any sense? Although I will say that I got a chance to see the puppy go round and round and round and round the island like a greyhound. She was just zooming, and I know she needs a way to run. She needs places to run. And I also saw her leap completely across it, not hurting any of my plants either. So I worked really, really, really hard, is what I'm saying, until it started getting dark, and I was wet with sweat from every single pore in my entire body. And by then I had come into so much contact with foreign objects and a variety of different brambles that I was itchy and scraped up. So I couldn't even wash at the sink. I just had to run into the shower. And I sat there in the shower. Yes, I've got a seat in the shower. It's wonderful. And let the cold water just take me. And I scrubbed my body and I scrubbed my hair, and I thought, I'm going to vlog about this. Whether I put it out for anybody to see is a different matter, but I'm going to vlog about this because talk about a wave of emotions today. Happy and joyful and at peace. Had a really good sleep. Enjoyed my coffee. Enjoyed it out in the garden real early in the morning. Picking blackberries with my granddaughter. Eating my garden tuna salad. Getting my hair brushed by my granddaughter, and pink curls being put in it. To just a really good day. And I'm grateful for my health, for the ability I have to go out and work my anger, my sadness, my frustration out in the yard. But my wish, I don't know how to change it. My hope for this world, this country, I don't know if I'm going to be around long enough to see it turn around. I know things ebb and flow. I know there's a circle. I know all this really deep philosophical stuff. But regardless of the education and the knowledge and the culture and whatever you want to call it, whether you're rich, whether you're poor, whether you're black, whether you're white, whether you're a Muslim, whether you're Christian, whether you're a single mom trying to get by or a single dad, or a grandparent holding way too many bags at the moment. I just it's just hard being human right now, you know? It's hard seeing this world crumble into dust. And I try really hard, and which is why I like YouTube, to find the positive people that are out there doing good things, growing some beautiful things, to come together to help bring people out of poverty, or rescue dogs that have been entrapped, or just whatever, you know. It's just, I see the goodness in people. I do see the goodness of humanity still, and I guess that's what makes me weep, you know, what makes my heart so heavy, because I know what I know, and I've lived it, and I've seen it. I've seen good people. Oh well. I see that this is shaking like crazy as I talk. Probably won't post this. It's way too personal.